The courtroom air hung thick with a scent of polished oak and stale coffee, a suffocating blend that clawed at my throat as the judge's gavel cracked like a gunshot. "The will is authenticated," he intoned, his voice a gravelly echo in the hushed chamber. My sister-in-law, Elena, sat across the aisle, her manicured fingers clutching a tissue that hadn't seen a single tear. $600 million. My father's fortune, built from nothing but sweat and cunning in the tech world. Now hers. All of it. The room spun as the words sank in. Forgery. She'd doctored the will, slipping in clauses that erased me, his only blood child, from existence. Fury exploded in my chest, a white-hot blaze that blurred my vision. How dare she? My father, wasting away in that sterile hospital bed. His final whispers to me about legacy and love, stolen. I gripped the bench until my knuckles whitened, imagining her smug face crumpling under my fists. But I smiled instead, a brittle mask, as the proceedings ended. Inside, resentment coiled like a serpent, ready to strike. Back in my cramped apartment that night, rain lashed the windows like accusations. I paced the threadbare carpet, the dim lamp casting long shadows that danced mockingly. Denial hit first. Maybe it was a mistake, a clerical error. But the documents I'd snuck from the lawyer's office screamed otherwise. Elena's signature, too perfect, too rehearsed. Heartbreak followed, a hollow ache for the father who'd raised me alone after Mom's accident, teaching me code in our garage while Elena married my brother for his connections. My brother, dead 2 years now from that accidental overdose. Another shadow I couldn't shake. Was she behind that too? Obsession bloomed as I scrolled through old photos on my phone. Her laughter in family dinners now a poison. I fantasized justice, exposing her at her high society galas, watching her empire crumble. But doubt crept in. What if I was wrong? What if grief twisted me into a monster? The clock ticked mercilessly, each second fueling my resolve. I needed proof, something irrefutable. Pouring a scotch that burned like regret, I whispered to the empty room. "You'll pay, Elena. For everything." The next morning, sunlight pierced the blinds like daggers, mocking my hangover. At work, the office buzzed with fluorescent hum and keyboard clatter, my co-workers oblivious to the storm inside me. Mark, my desk neighbor, leaned over with his perpetual grin. "Hey Alex, you look like hell. Rough night." I forced a chuckle, but inside humiliation burned. How could I face them, the guy whose inheritance was swiped by his scheming sister-in-law? Rumors had already leaked. I caught whispers in the break room. "Did you hear? Lena's loaded now." Poor Alex. Resentment simmered as I logged into my computer, fingers flying over keys. As a cybersecurity analyst, I had tools, ethical ones mostly. But morality blurred when betrayal cut this deep. I started small. Hacking into her email wasn't hard, not for someone like me. Guilt gnawed as passwords cracked, but cold resolve pushed it down. There, buried in threads, messages to a shady lawyer, bribes disguised as consulting fees. My heart raced, palms slick on the mouse. This was it, evidence of the forgery. But fear whispered. Exposure could ruin me too, drag my family's name through mud. I saved the files, breath shallow, planning the next move. Lunch with coworkers was torture. Sarah, ever the gossip, sidled up in the cafeteria, her salad fork poised like a weapon. "So Alex, spill. Is it true Elena got everything? That's insane. Your dad built that company from scratch." Her eyes gleamed with faux sympathy, but I saw the hunger for drama. "Yeah," I muttered, forcing food down a throat tight with suppressed rage. "Lawyers are handling it." Inside, fantasies swirled, confronting Elena publicly, watching her facade shatter. But I played it cool, dropping subtle hints. "She's always been ambitious." Mark chuckled nervously. "Ambitious? Sounds like greedy. You fighting it?" His words lit a spark. Maybe allies here. Tension built as I nodded vaguely, mind racing ahead. Back at my desk, I dug deeper, uncovering bank transfers to offshore accounts. Obsession gripped me. Sleep evaded that night, replaced by moral conflict. Was revenge worth becoming her mirror? The rain returned, drumming a rhythm of doubt, but resolve hardened. Tomorrow I'd strike quietly. Elena's call came unexpectedly. Her voice syrupy through the phone. "Alex, darling, we should talk. Family sticks together, right?" The hypocrisy ignited fury, but I kept my tone even. "Sure, Elena. Coffee tomorrow." Her agreement was too eager, a hint of manipulation. I hung up, heart pounding. This was the opening, subtle, strategic. In the mirror, my reflection looked haunted, eyes shadowed by resentment and guilt. The pursuit began. The cafe smelled of fresh espresso and cinnamon, a deceptive warmth that clashed with the chill in my veins. Elena arrived in a designer coat, her smile a predator's gleam under red lipstick. We sat at a corner table, steam rising from our cups like unspoken accusations. "I'm so sorry about the will, Alex," she cooed, stirring her latte with feigned remorse. "Your father must have been confused at the end." Lies. I knew from the emails he'd dictated changes favoring me weeks before his death. Anger surged, but I swallowed it, opting for quiet calculation. Confused. Or coerced. Her eyes flickered, a crack in the mask. "What are you implying?" Dialogue danced on a knife's edge, tension thickening the air. I leaned in, voice low. "I have proof, Elena. The forgeries, the bribes. Even hints about my brother's accident." Her laugh was brittle, but fear scented the space between us. "You're paranoid, grieving. Let it go." Inside, heartbreak twisted, for my brother, for the family she dismantled. But obsession fueled me. This was the slow burn, hints of vengeance emerging. Back home, the apartment felt smaller, walls closing in with the weight of planning. I spread printouts across the table, timelines of her deceit glowing under the desk lamp. Doubt assailed me. Exposing her could heal, but what if it destroyed innocence? Her kids, my nieces, didn't deserve the fallout. Moral conflict raged as I paced, rain pattering like a countdown. Fantasies shifted from confrontation to something colder, leaking the evidence anonymously to the press, watching her unravel from afar. Fear prickled. Retaliation could come swift, her resources vast. But resentment won. I emailed a journalist friend, attachments heavy with truth. "Anonymous source," I typed, fingers trembling. Guilt followed, a wave that nearly drowned me. Was I justified or just vengeful? The send button clicked like a loaded chamber. Coworkers' reactions escalated the suspense. At the office water cooler, Sarah whispered, "Heard Elena's in hot water. Some leak about fraud." Mark eyed me suspiciously. "You okay, Alex? You seem intense." His words heightened the tension, my smile strained. "Just focused." Inside, cold resolve solidified as news trickled in. Elena's stocks dipping, whispers of investigation. But hidden motives surfaced. A voicemail from her, voice cracking. "Alex, please. It wasn't greed. Your brother owed debts. I did it for the family." Manipulation or truth? Moral grayness blurred. Perhaps her betrayal stemmed from desperation, not pure avarice. Obsession deepened, pulling me into nights of surveillance, tracking her movements via hacked cams. The pursuit consumed every sense alive. The click of keys, the buzz of my phone with updates. The climax brewed at her gala, chandeliers glittering like false stars in the opulent ballroom. I infiltrated as a waiter, tray steady despite shaking hands. Elena mingled, laughter forced, unaware of the storm. Sensory overload. Clinking glasses, perfume cloying, her voice carrying secrets. I cornered her in a hallway, dim lights casting elongated shadows. "It's over," I hissed, showing a flash drive. "The evidence goes public unless you confess." Her eyes widened, betrayal mirroring mine. "You'd ruin us all." Dialogue raw. "You ruined me first." Tension peaked as she lunged for it, but I dodged, heart thundering. In that moment, guilt flooded, her tears real perhaps. But resolve held. The twist struck like lightning. As police arrived, tipped by my leak, Elena confessed. Not just the will, but poisoning my brother to claim it all. Shock rippled through me. Poetic justice, yet unexpected horror. Co-workers texted frenzy. Holy shit, Alex, Elena's arrested. Relief mixed with heartbreak. The inheritance restored but tainted. In the rain-soaked street outside, I stood alone, resentment ebbing into hollow victory. Revenge's price. A soul scarred, forever gray. The fury that began it all faded, leaving only echoes.